Good evening. My name is Edi Suharto. I am the participants of SESPARLU, Senior Diplomatic Training Course Batch 55. And this video presentation is for my class at the enrichment class. The topic I would like to talk about is ASEAN. As we understand, ASEAN was established in 1967. Next year, we are going to have a celebration of 50 years of ASEAN. And yet, there are some Indonesians, there's some people in ASEAN that they don't understand well what ASEAN is all about. Allow me to have a little bit contribution on what I think in order to have better ASEAN in the future. Now, ASEAN was established for the sake of having regional stability and security back in 1967, where the situation was not conducive. Between Malaysia and Indonesia, there was conflict. Between Malaysia and the Philippines, there was also conflict. That's why the meeting was held in Bangkok. And our leaders decided at the time, despite all this conflict, they agreed to have regional organization. The purpose is to have cooperation in development, cooperation in social culture, and to have this background of stability and security in the region. Now ASEAN, as I said earlier, is going to have a celebration of 50 years. What makes ASEAN different from the previous and now is that ASEAN has been an organization which is more binding, more legal basis. After 2007, I repeat, after 2007, and ratified in 2008, ASEAN Charter was there to guide us, to serve as a legal foundation for ASEAN to move forward. Number two is nowadays it is the will of the people that ASEAN should reflect the willingness and the aspiration of the people. That's why what we are building in ASEAN now and the future is that we should have more people-oriented, more people center of ASEAN. Nowadays, we have the document, the so-called ASEAN Vision 2025. And in this document, it is well reflected that ASEAN should move into a more people-oriented organization. Now, what are the best ways for ASEAN to move forward? In my opinion, there are several things that we should keep in mind. Number one, the issue of ASEAN is not about making new regulations, new agreement, new understanding, but in the level of implementation. We have now more than 1,600 meetings in ASEAN. It means that almost every day or twice a day, we have meeting, we have understanding, we have agreement, as a result of the meetings. The issue is how we implement this agreement. This is number one. So we should sit together and see how we could implement all these agreements, all this understanding that we have. And secondly, at the national level, we should have coordination, so that from the top level of the government until the very bottom of the government, local government, they understand well, how to utilize ASEAN for the benefits of national interests or local interests even at the lower level. And for that, we need coordination, we need cooperation among the stakeholders in Indonesia. And thirdly, one way or another, there is a discussion on the possibility of changing the charter. So we have also to be ready for that. Now, with these two proposal or thinking or thoughts that I have mentioned, I think we could move forward, better ASEAN to serve as a mechanism for a better development of the region, including in Indonesia. I thank you very much.